Welcome to Farm.com Risk Management Daily Bottom Line for July 31st, 2014. I'm Mark Lottie. Today we are going to look at the latest grain export numbers. Before I jump into that, I do want to let you know we have an update on the Canadian dollar as of today. Since the Golden Cross, which was earlier this month, the daily chart for the Canadian dollar has reversed course after hitting a near high of almost 94 cents. It has now fallen, broken below the 200-day moving average, which is bearish, and now approaching support near 91 cents. We're now trading at the lower end of the upward sloping uptrend, and it is oversold near term, and we received a sell signal yesterday, July 30th, 2014 on that Canadian dollar. So looking at grain exports, corn net export sales were reported at 173,000 metric tons for 13-14 and just over a million metric tons for 14-15. This was above market expectations of 800,000 to 1.2 million. Accumulated exports for 13-14 are now at almost 42 million metric tons. That's up from last year. Soybean net export sales were reported at 187,000 metric tons for 13-14 and almost 1.3 million metric tons for new crop 14-15. Again, this was above market expectations of 900,000 to 1.3 million metric tons. Accumulated exports for 13-14 now sit at almost 44 million metric tons. That's up from last year's almost 36 million metric tons. Wheat net export sales were reported at 801,000 metric tons for old crop and 0 metric tons for new crop. This is above market expectations of 300 to 600,000 metric tons. Accumulated exports now sit at 3.5 million metric tons. That's down from last year's 4.7 at this time. So the bottom line, corn export sales this morning were pretty good, showing net old crop sales at 173,000 metric tons and new sales of almost 1.1 million. However, the corn market is set back slightly on optimism over the latest model runs that advertise more widespread rain coverage over the Midwest. Soybean export sales featured good demand in new crop. Old crop bean purchases was led by China. Wheat export sales were supportive today. They came in at just over 800,000 metric tons for 14-15, with nothing in 15-16, well above the market expectations. Although we saw some good export numbers today, corn and soybeans are under pressure as weather maps continue to forecast rains over next week and below normal temperatures. The trade is also hearing reports that farmers are doing some early yield checks and are coming out talking of really big yields for those U.S. crops. That is all for today. Until next time.